Turn my guess we'll wait. Here, show. Hi, Tyra.
Hi, Miss Zucca.
How are you?
Did you just ask how I was?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm good. How are you?
Good. It sounds
That's
quiet
good.
there.
You'll hear them. Like whenever I'm in call and they hear someone, that's when they go crazy.
Hi. See lattes. Hey, lattes. Lattes.
What's she
What?
saying? Pancakes?
I don't know what she's saying.
Pancakes.
No, don't say that. They love pancakes. No, Sadie, I'm not making none right now. You guys just had cereal.
Peace.
Peace. Great. Rodrigo is in the house.
Morning.
How are you?
Well, I mean, you can, I'm doing good.
Good. Where's your sister?
She in my dad's house right now. I don't know.
Oh, okay. I
I
hope she
texted
shows
her.
up. Hi, Zach. Hi, Kirsten. We're going to start our new warm-up page today. So that is, it'll be November 9th through the 20th. You can believe that already. Hi, Connor, Monica. Hi, Nolly.
Hi, Ms. Zucca.
How are ya?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I was just asking Rodrigo where you were. He just said he didn't know. Hi, Aiden. We got a couple minutes here. We're just waiting for everybody. I am doing the warm-up, and this 2 weeks is beginning on November 9th and goes until the 20th. So if you guys want to either add to your Google Doc or open a new Google Doc with those dates. And then I don't know about you guys, but I like to make a folder that says warm-ups and then just put all my warm-ups in the folder. And then when I need them, I know where they are. Just a thought. Hi, Kathy. Who else jumped in before? Devin, good morning, good afternoon. Connor Lee, good afternoon. Shane, good afternoon. We'll just wait. This class actually just started, so we'll give it a couple more minutes just to see how many more we can get in here. Hey, Amber. Morning, afternoon, Jenna. Good afternoon, Deshaun. Morning, Connor. Afternoon. All right, so we're going to get started on the warm-up today. Again, just as a recap, the dates are from November 9th through the 20th. And so you need to either add those new dates to your document or open a new Google Doc and title it November 9th through the 20th. But we're going to go ahead and start with that warm-up. So here we go. Again, they are kept on Google Classroom, so that's where you should find them. We are in quarter 2, week 3, and so our first assignment is located there. So here we go. Your question for Monday, nutrition 1 only, or what are the top chambers of the heart called? So if you want to put it in a complete sentence to get all your points, you should say the top chambers of the heart are called blankety blank, whatever that is, okay? So I give you 2 minutes. Try to finish up. We're going to go right into Quizlet after this is over. So be ready. Okay, you got about 15 seconds. Try to finish up. Okay, we're gonna go right into Google, or not Google, Quizlet. So, what I would like to see is that everybody, as long as your background is okay, there's not any sound, I would prefer you to unmic and then just give out an answer when you know it. And if you have background noise, then just mic in as you know the answers. But these are terms that we've talked about and that you should know them. Some of them, the large majority of them, are on your next assessment. So that's why I feel it's important to kind of take some time each day that we meet and kind of review some important details that are going to give you a better score on your assessment. So we're going to go right into Quizlet. So if you guys could unmic, then this will go a lot smoother and everyone can hear you and participate. So what are the vessels in the circulatory system? There's 3 types of vessels. You can either tell me one you know, or if you know 2 or 3, that'd be great. But there's 3 answers I'm looking for. So just tell me what you know. It can be anybody. Anybody? And then I'll do a moderator today. So let's have, let's see, Tyra, can you watch the chat just to see if anybody put something in there that I need to know? But when I show Quizlet, I can't see the chat. So if Tyra would be my MC just for this, that'd be great. So 3 vessels that make up the circulatory system. Just give me one vessel.
Arteries?
Yes, thank you. Does anyone know any of the other 2? There's
Valves?
2. Nope, valves are
No.
not a vessel.
My
What was
bad.
it? It's a good try though. I mean, at least you're talking about the heart. So we have arteries. What are the other 2?
Veins, and then
Veins?
capillaries.
Yes, that's correct. Okay, what do you call the process researchers use to find answers to their questions? The process. Think about science in your science classes.
Scientific method.
Excellent. What is the leading cause of death in the U.S.?
Heart disease.
Thank you. A state of wellness characterized by peak physical, mental, and social well-being. It's the timeline. What is the word? Starts with
Optimum.
yes, thank you. Okay, how well you get along with others. What type of health is that? Three different types of health. Which one gets along with other people?
Social.
Yep. What are the upper chambers of the heart called? They start with the letter A.
Atrium.
Yes, thank you. Okay, what's another word for heart?
Cardio.
Yep, excellent. Substance that provides nourishment essential for growth and the maintenance of life.
The only things that won't come out.
Nutrient.
Very good. Carries blood away from the heart. Your key there is the A in away. What vessels carry blood away? Remember the A in away is your trick on how to remember that? Yep, arteries start with A and so does the word away. Damage to the brain from interruption of its blood supply.
What's wrong with this fry?
Yes, nice job.
This fry too long.
Okay, what is healthcare that focuses on all aspects of a patient's care, physical, mental, and social? Starts with an H. H-O. H-O-L. That's all I'm giving you.
Holistic.
Yes, thank you. Okay, what is the largest artery in the body? What's the largest artery in the body? The one that's the end of the blood flow that we did the other day on the heart. The valve before it gives us its name.
Aorta valve.
Well, it's the aorta artery. Death that occurs due to lifestyle behaviors that lead to a fatal accident or formation of an avoidable disease. The other end of the continuum timeline. It's the other end of that. Starts with a P. Think of the timeline. On one end, we have optimal health, and on the other end, we have... Yes, thank you. The average length of life a person living in the same environment is called life what?
Expectancy.
What's another word for vessel? It has to do with cardio, and then the last word. Cardio what? Nobody knows this one? Tyra, Ember, you guys? No idea. Okay, answer is vascular. The identification of a disease. Doctor is going to come in and he's going to give you a what? What's the doctor? Yes, nice job. Suggested answer to a scientific question. It's a suggested answer. It has to be tested and verified. What?
Hypothesis.
Yes, good job. The state of being comfortable with yourself and with others and with your surroundings. So you're comfortable with yourself. It's the type of health that we haven't talked about yet. We did social and physical, but what is this one?
Mental.
You got it. Okay, fitness of the body refers to how well your body functions. Okay, maybe we didn't do all the types of health. So we've done social and mental, and then this one's what? Yes,
Physical.
good job. Okay, an overall state of well-being or total health. This is the first thing we ever talked about in this unit. Woo,
Wellness.
good job. All right, what is the leading cause of death for you guys?
Death. Oh, wait.
Correct.
Accidents.
Good job. The state of the physical world, including the conditions of water, air, and food, is blank quality.
Environmental.
Yes. Okay, influence people in your age and social group and have on your behavior. The people that influence you in your social group. What do we call that? The words both start with P. If you haven't answered one, this would be yes, this would be an easy one. Okay, the main influence on whether a person dies or has a disability. Think back to when we did that pie chart not many weeks ago, but maybe a week or two ago, where we had that pie chart and it was listing the causes of too early death and disability. Do you remember what that big chunk of the pie was? Any thoughts? Think back. Part of the other side of the pie was like heredity and failure of the healthcare system, environmental assault, but that other piece of the pie was over 50% of why people die too early. What was it? Do you remember?
Accidents?
That is not the exact answer I'm looking for, but it has to do with my answer. This is, like, for example, there's a big title above where you put accidents. So accidents is what people would die from or have a disability, but what's that big umbrella at the top?
Other?
No. I like where you were thinking about that, though. Trying to get you, think of a way to get you to say it. Like if these are all things that would be under the umbrella: smoking, drinking, not exercising, poor diet, stress. Any idea? All right, I'm going to give it to you today. Next time I'm not. Here you go. Personal lifestyle choices is going to determine whether you die too early or have a disability. Just the choices you make in your lifetime. Okay, what are 3 things that make up the circulatory system? There's 3 of them. So just think to yourself, okay, if we were talking about the digestive system, what would make that up? Or if we were talking about the respiratory system, what would make that up? So we're talking about the circulatory system. What 3 things make up this system? One is really obvious.
Heart.
The heart, yep. Do you know the other 2?
Blood and vessels.
Oh my God, go girl. Yes, the blood in the vessels. All right, the pressure that is exerted by the blood against the walls of the blood vessels. What is that called? The pressure that's in those arteries. What's that called? It's a 2-word answer. Yes,
Blood
good
pressure.
job. Blood vessels that carry blood towards the heart. So when the blood is coming back to the heart, what vessel is it traveling in?
Vein.
Yes, good job. Condition in which blood flow to part of the heart muscle is blocked, also referred to as a myocardial infarction. You know that one? It has to do with the coronary arteries on the outside of the heart. It's going to cause this to occur. The tissue will start to die because it's not getting the oxygen-rich blood to keep the tissue alive. So it's going to cause what to happen? Yes, good job.
Heart attack?
Okay, the right side of the heart is carrying what kind of blood? So if you think about it, think back to your diagram, turn the diagram around, set the heart on your chest, and tell me what side you're on. That is, what side is carrying, the right side is carrying what blood? It's either oxygenated or non-oxygenated. What blood? You got a 50-50 chance. It's 50-50. Just take your best guess.
Deoxygenated?
Say that one more time.
Deoxygenated?
Yep, so it's that's the side of the heart that has no oxygen because it already went all the way around the body and it's coming back on the right side of the heart to go through the heart to then shoot to the lungs to get reoxygenated. So the right side is not carrying oxygen blood. It is the weaker side of the heart and it's not as like buff. It's kind of like, where you do everyday things. And so you do have some muscle, but when you really work your muscles, that's the left side because that left side is so muscular because it has to push blood to all of our extremities. And so the left side is what I call buff. It's very strong. The pressure in the arteries when the heart is at rest, what do we call that? What type of pressure is being measured when the heart's at rest? This one has to do with the denominator in math. So do you remember what I told you about that? You remember what it's called? It's the bottom number of blood pressure. What's it called? Nobody knows? No guesses? Nobody, nothing in the chat? All right, the answer is diastolic pressure. What are the bottom chambers of the heart called? We got the atriums on the top. What are the ones on the bottom called? Starts with a V. Hello, is there anybody out there? Help me out. Yes,
Ventricle.
thank you. Okay, doors. Somebody answered this one already when I was asking for vessels, but what is considered a one-way door in the heart that opens and closes? It's the sound of the heartbeat. What are they called? One-way doors. Starts with a V. I know you guys know this. Just tell me on mic and tell me. Yes,
Well,
thank you. The process by which your body takes in and uses food, what is that? Well,
digestion.
no, it's what this class is called.
Nutrition.
Yes, ding, 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 ding. Okay, I got a couple more. High blood pressure, 140/90, what is it called? What did we call it when somebody has higher than normal blood pressure? Starts with an H. What is the word? HY. Some people get this way when they eat too much sugar.
Hypertension?
Yes, thank you. Hypertension. Okay, a condition in which fatty deposits called plaque build up on the inner walls of the arteries. This one, you can just tell me how it's spelled or tell me if you don't want to say it, but does anyone know? Or have any idea what it starts with?
I know it starts with an A.
That's correct. It's called atherosclerosis. Good job. The principle that tries to explain something that happens in nature. Starts with a T.
Theory.
Yes, good job. What is the left side of the heart, Carrie? Do you remember? The right side we already talked about, so the left side, oxygenated. Good job. The pressure in the arteries when the heart is beating, what's that called? The bottom number is diastolic, the top number is what? Starts with an S.
Systolic.
Yes, good job. All right, so I have a reach card for anyone that can tell me what is the exception to the rule when it comes to blood and the vessels in the heart. What is the exception to the rule when it comes to the blood flow in the heart? Anybody for a reach card can tell me what the exception to the rule is. Think about it.
Age.
Nope. Nope. It's when we were identifying the heart, and I was talking about a vessel that usually carries non-oxygenated blood, but in this case it's carrying oxygenated. Do you remember that conversation? Anybody? Okay, so I'm going to ask the same question tomorrow to see if anyone can get it for a reach card, but I'll explain it today just to kind of show you and explain, okay? So, what? What did you say?
I forgot how to pronounce it, but aorta.
The aorta?
Yeah.
Okay, it's a little more than that. So listen up, and then maybe tomorrow you'll get your reach card. All right, so look at the diagram here. The vessel number 5 in 5L is taking blood away from the heart. Okay, so what should this vessel be if it's taking blood away? Would it be a vein or an artery? If it's taking blood away, what typically should it be? Hello?
Artery.
Okay, so this is not an artery though. It is a pulmonary vein. I think I did that wrong. Sorry. No, I said that wrong. This is the pulmonary artery, but it's carrying blue blood. That's what I wanted to say. Sorry. I just confused you. Okay. So let me explain it again without making this blunder. All right. So this is an artery. That's true, but it's carrying blue blood. So it is taking blood away, but it's carrying blue blood. All arteries carry red blood because they're taking oxygen to the body. And when you add oxygen to blood, it's red. When you take oxygen out, it's kind of got a purpley bluish tone because it doesn't have oxygen in it. Okay. So this is the exception. So you would say to me tomorrow that the pulmonary artery is taking blood away, but in this case, it is carrying blue blood to the lungs to be reoxygenated, and then it's going to come back through a vein, which, you know, blood does come through a vein to bring it back, but it's going to be red blood or oxygenated blood, and all veins are carrying non-oxygenated blood. So this is the exception to the rule. These pulmonary vessels are opposite in the blood that they're carrying, according to how we define an artery and a vein. Okay, does that make sense? I hope. I hope. Okay, so tomorrow when I ask, let me know, and I'm going to put a reach card in for you. Okay? All right, so we are going to go back into Karl, and I'm going to explain an assignment that we kind of tabled Wednesday of last week because we got right to the end, and I didn't want to assign it or do it because I wanted to use the group function in Google Meets. So I just want to go back and show it to you, recap it, and then we'll get into our groups, okay? All right, so let me go here. I don't know why I have 2, 3. Obviously, I screwed that up, so delete that. Okay. All right, so this is our Karl diet. And the last time we met, we went through and we were talking about Karl's statistics. So, can anybody remember any of Karl's statistics, like his weight? Does anyone remember how much he weighed or how tall he was? How active he is? His blood pressure? Does anyone remember any of those statistics that we talked about last time? All right, so let's just recap statistically what we know. Okay, so Karl is 5'9". He weighs 200 pounds. His blood pressure is 144/95. His calorie intake is around 3,300, so he says. His activity level is just the skateboarding. That's all we know. And we found that there was no family history of any kind that would put him at risk for cardiovascular disease. So what we were then doing is we were looking at his menu, like what he eats. And so what we're going to do is we're going to dissect this. So my goal is to give 3 groups. So we'll have about 5 people working on breakfast, 5 people working on lunch, and 5 people working on dinner. You can delegate. So like in your Google Meet, you could say, hey, you're going to do waffles, you're going to do peanut butter, you're going to do syrup. That way everybody's working on something, or you could say, let's do it together. You look up, we're going to look up waffles, Eggo waffles, and we're going to come up with a conclusion on how many calories that's going to be. So you can kind of decide how you want to maneuver in your groups, assigning each person a food and finding the calories and coming back and reporting. You could all do it together in your group if you wanted to just look them up as a group to kind of do it together. That's totally up to you. So on this sheet, what I've done is he had 4 Eggo waffles. So when you look them up, you have to take the calories and you have to times it by 4, because most things that you're going to look up are singular. They're just going to be one item, and this is how many calories it is. So you would do the math problem, 4 times whatever this number is, and then this would be the total calories for his Eggos. Okay. And I would like you to highlight the total. So like if this was a math problem, highlight this total, highlight this total, highlight this total. And then when you do the glass of milk, you'll highlight that here. And I'm assuming that's an 8-ounce glass. So when you're looking those items up, just make sure that you take note of how much is being measured, because sometimes that could skew things. I think I was talking to this class where I was saying that he only ate 10 fries, and I know when you go to McDonald's and get a small fry that you have at least 25 French fries in there. And if you don't believe me, count them when you get one the next time. When you're looking these things up, I tried to put descriptors to help you. So when you put in the descriptor cheese pizza, you want to look for the descriptor cooked, broiled, and frozen to get the amount similar to what I'm going to have. And same with like chocolate milk, do the 2%. And ranch, we want the dipping sauce. So that should help you there. And then when you go down to dinner, they have all different kinds of ramen noodles. So I chose chicken. Your grilled cheese, you're going to look up separately. So you'll look up the white bread and times that number by 2 to get your total. And then cheddar cheese. I think I just did the cheddar cheese by 1/4 of a cup or 1/4 cup. So that's the number you should get here. Pop. I think if I was you, I'd look up Pepsi or Coke separately. So there's that, and then a piece of chocolate cake, and then add those up, and then you'll give me your grand total. So you'll take dinner, lunch, and dinner and add those up. And I want to see if we're close to this. So this is a question you will answer. How do the actual calories compare to Karl's reported 3,300? So then your response should be in a complete sentence, and it should verify the comparison between what he says and what is the actual reality of it. Okay. So if there are questions, I will take them now. Any questions as of right now? Okay. So I'm going to put you in some breakout rooms. Again, you will be in groups of 5, or, well, I think anyway. Okay, let me see how many people are in there. Okay, so we had quite a few more than what I thought. Okay, so let me see. Okay, so I'm going to break you out into 6 groups, and I'm going to read a person's name, and I'm going to tell you if you're doing breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Okay, the one thing I did forget to show you guys is on that document. I am? Oh boy. Does anybody else feel like I'm not coming through clearly? Nolly, can you hear me clearly?
No, we're good for me.
Okay. All right. Well, then just know that there's always a recording. So if it gets too bobbled and discombobulated, you can always view the video. Okay. So I forgot to show you this. Sorry about that. But up at the top, this is a link. This blue calorie calculator is the one I want you to use. And you'll just click on the link and it'll take you to a website, and all you have to do is type stuff in and it'll bring up the calories. Okay. So back to the groups. So breakout room 1 and 2. Okay. And I am going to put Ember, you will be in charge of breakout 1, and you will be doing breakfast. Okay. And breakout room 2, Connor Lee, I'm putting you in charge. And you will also be in charge of breakfast. Okay, so you're not going to do any other part of the worksheet except for breakfast, group 1 and group 2. Remember, the key people in that group, number 1 is Ember, and in the second group, it's Connor Lee. Okay, our next breakout rooms will be 3 and 4, and I'm going to appoint Zach. You are in group 3, and we will be doing in group 3 lunch, okay? And group 4, my lead in there is Nolly, and you guys will be also doing lunch. Okay, breakout room number 6 is gonna be Kaden. And Kaden, you guys will be doing dinner. Okay? All right, Shane, you lost some people in your group. I don't know where they are. Let me just check here. They might have flown the cuckoo nest here. So Shane, if no one shows up in your breakout room when I suck you out, you are also gonna do dinner. Okay? So if you're the only one there, you are gonna do dinner. Okay? All right, so back again, Kaden, you are going to be in group 6. You are doing dinner with your group. Breakout room number 5, Monica is in there with you, Shane. Shane, you are the lead, and you are going to do dinner as well. Groups 3 and 4, you will be doing lunch. Nolly is the lead in one of the groups, and so is Zach. And then my groups 1 and 2, Ember's my lead in group 1, also doing breakfast with group 2. My lead in group 2 is Connor Lee. So you will have until 1:10 to get back to me, and I will suck you back, okay? Somewhere between 1:10 and 1:15. I'm sucking you out now. Go do your assignment, and we'll call you back around 1:10, 1:15. Just waiting for everyone to get back here after the group session. I'm going to share my screen so you guys can see what, well, I know you all have them up, but I need to be able to see. So, okay. So I'm going to make a copy. All right. So we had Ember and Connor's group. So tell me what you took and times 4 by, please. What did you get for 1 Eggo waffle? What was the number?
Well, I got mine with times 2, so it was 180 times 2.
Okay, and then Connor, what did you get?
380
Was that your total?
for the waffle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What was your number by itself?
190.
Okay, when I take 190 and times it by 4, oh geez, never mind.
That's
Yeah.
760.
Yeah, so what's your total? Is it 760 or 380? I'm trying to understand what you're saying to me.
I checked my math. It's 760.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Creamy peanut butter. What was the calories by itself? I think it was by tablespoon or teaspoon. What was it? Ember or Connor's group? Anyone can respond, but I need somebody to. Creamy peanut butter. Give me the calories.
I got 188.
Now, is that a total or 1 tablespoon? What was your total again?
752.
Thank you. Okay, and then what about the syrup? How much did you get for syrup?
For the original, it was 210, and then for times 4, it was 480.
I mean 840?
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right. And I would on your document highlight these just because it'll be easier to see when we have to do the add up. And then what'd you guys get for whole milk? What was that? Ember's group or Connor's group? It'd be nice if you could respond.
149.
Okay, thank you. All right, so take those 4 numbers and I want you to add them up and then I want you to give me a total. So who can add them up the fastest and give me a total?
1,849.
I got a different amount. Let me try this again. Tell me again what you think it is. You got 760, 752, 840, 149. You get something in the 2,000 ranges.
2,501.
Thank you. All right, so that was what he had for breakfast. All right, now let's go to lunch. That was Zach's group and Nolly's group. So tell me what pizza equaled here. Nolly or Zach's group? Anybody can tell me. Pizza.
Let me see. 205.
Thank you. Okay, and what about French fries? And I'm sure it was 10. Nolly or Zach's group? French fries.
218.
Okay, and what about the dipping ranch sauce?
I think that was 60. Yeah, 60.
Okay, what about the chocolate chip cookie?
55.
What about chocolate milk?
124.
Is there anybody else that got any different numbers in this? Is there any, are these pretty close? I think they're pretty close to what I have. All right, so I'm going to highlight them. And then somebody want to give me the grand total?
Uh, 662.
Very good. 662 was the grand total here. All right, let's go for dinner. Do we get out at 120 or 125? I think it's 125.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's 20.
thank you. All right, chicken ramen noodles. What's my number there?
188.
What about when I take bread? Can you tell me what one slice of bread is going to cost calorie-wise?
66.
Okay, and when you times it by 2, what do you get?
132.
Okay, and then what about Pepsi or Coke or whatever? However, what'd you get for that one? Anybody from those groups? That would be,
275.
what was it again?
275.
Okay, I forgot the cheese. Maybe that's why I didn't get a response. What was the cheddar cheese? Fourth of a cup?
48.
Anybody else get a different number? Mine was a little higher than that. Anybody? I mean, we can go with that, but mine was in the hundreds. Do you remember whoever answered me for that one, how much was being represented by that? Somebody from the other group tell me what they got for the cheese. I don't know what group responded, but can I get an idea from the other group? It's either Caden's group, and then there was one other group, I can't remember because they weren't there when I started this. Monica, weren't you in that other group, or are you with Caden?
No, I'm in the same group.
With Caden?
No, with Shane.
Oh, okay, so tell me what you guys got for cheddar cheese.
We got 48.
Oh, you did. Okay, well, I'll just use that number then. Okay, what about the piece of cake? What did you guys get for those? What'd you get for that one? Piece of cake. How much?
352.
Okay. All right, so then tell me the grand total.
995.
All right, let me double check that. What did you get again?
995.
Yep, that's correct. Okay. So then, whoops, so that's 995. All right, so then I need somebody to go and I need you to add up all 3 meals and give me a GT, which is a grand total. What was the GT? You guys have all different numbers. Just I know they might be a little different, but they're not going to be off by a ton. What was your grand total? Can somebody tell me? Anybody? Doesn't matter what group you're in. Anybody? I need a total. Who's going to hand it out? Who's going to let me know what it is? Ember, do you got a grand total for me?
Someone said 4,158.
Okay, very good. Thank you. You're my MC, must be. Okay. So 1,000 or 4,158. So you need to answer this question. How do the actual calories compare to Karl's reported 3,300? So once you have finished answering that in a complete sentence, mind you, you will turn it in, and the next time we meet, we have another little section of this that we'll tackle, and then we'll be getting closer to our assessment time. It won't be this week, but I can almost guarantee it'll be Monday or Wednesday of next week. So just be aware of that, okay? So finish out the sentence, turn it in, get it one thing off your plate. You got 2 minutes to do it. You might as well get it done, okay? If yours don't mimic my totals exactly, it's probably because your group looked up something a little different, but as long as you got your totals in there, you're good to go, okay? It doesn't have to look exactly like mine. All right, cool.
Oh, no.
Yo, what's up?
Excuse me? Where is everybody? Okay. So get those into me. It's almost time to head out. So I guess I'll see the majority of you guys Wednesday. Natalie, you okay? Rodrigo?
Huh?
You guys okay? You can go.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. Have a good night.
You too. See you guys.